It's getting cold out here. You feel alright walking backwards with the camera?
Right, action.
What's going on, people? Welcome to our little off-season update. We're trying to push the videos a little bit more at the moment, so you know, we're just, me and Scott are training the week and everyone in the week, so we're just literally going to keep you updated with a few little videos like this, some raw footage of the sessions, training, and anything you guys really want to keep up to date with what's going on in our whole off-season. We've got pretty much about 3 to 4 months of this off-season to fully hammer it before we get into prep mode. So we're going to keep you guys updated with as much content as possible each and every day, if possible, maybe 2 to 3 videos a week. Obviously the visuals might not be as crazy because Dan's not doing these, but you know,
More like a raw style, isn't it?
yeah, more like just raw footage, just to keep it updated and bring the videos and bring the content more and more again. So quick little pre-workout. I think we're going to grab something from Spa and then we're going to get on with this session. Right, these are not for me, these are for everyone at the gym. What should we get? Mango and like a, oh, there's some fire flavour, isn't it? Wild cherry, man.
Yeah, now I reckon wild cherry.
Wild cherry.
Willed.
That's willed cherry and mango. That's what AK thing do. But maybe go over zero sugar one today. What we got? We've got white monster, red monster, blue monster, or green. What do you fancy?
I'm easy. Red would be my go-to.
Red. I'm gonna go white. Red for Scott, white for me. I use these to like carb up on for the show.
Good catch.
So we're gonna go one of these fiber ones, a little bit of a fiber bar, one of them each.
Just to say that this isn't like a pre-workout meal, it's
just something we're like trying to grab. Like I said, this is probably the first. We've been messing about with the videos so much, we're just trying to get a little bit of structure, just start, you know, kind of explaining what we're trying to implement. Obviously we haven't got a set meal plan at the moment, there's nothing going on. We've got lines, meals, we kind of keep a structure within how many meals we eat a day, but there's no macros being calculated whatsoever at the moment, is there?
Nah, nothing.
So,
but that's what this video is like, an introduction to the actual series in which we are getting on.
We'll be on track.
Normal off season.
Yeah.
So pending.
Fiber bar, monster, let's go.
Here she is. Big stretch. So this is what we spend most of our day doing today, looking after. Off-season training, to be fair, it's similar to how we normally train anyway in terms of rep ranges, sets and all that, which obviously for those that haven't been following us for a while, we work off basically like a 2 working set sort of setup. So mainly we've to be fair, fucking hell man. Sorry, I ain't done this in a while. So yeah, we work off like a 2 working set sort of setup for like main compounds, and then tend to up the volume a little bit towards the end of the workout. But in most cases, well, in all cases to be honest, is that we're on a push-pull leg split. So our compound lifts will be, like I said, as many warm-ups as we need, 2 all-out working sets, 1 around like a 6 to 8 rep range, and then 1 like a 12 to 15 rep range. That being said though, if there's more like say if I'm doing a set for 6 to 8 and I get to that 8 and there's more in there, we take it. So we're not putting a limit on what we're doing, but we're trying to work with a weight that's going to make us fail within that rep range, so to speak. So volume wise it's pretty low. We're probably, alright, for instance today, so we started filming today because this chest workout is going to be 4 exercises, 5 tops, and if there is 5, the 5th one will probably be like a little burnout just to finish on something high volume. But our first 2 to 3, no, in fact our first 4 main lifts for the day are going to be 2 working sets, and that's it. So
but like, how would you explain that to certain people? Because like the working sets and doing 4 exercises for a chest session, for people who don't understand it, are thinking, yeah, this isn't enough for me.
Yeah, it's because like there's no wasted sets. Let's say you're training. Let's say you just start training like we all do, and you do your 3 sets of 10. You go heavy with each set, and then you move on, or whatever it is. When you actually get to a point of, you know, you've built some good muscle and you've got a good level of training behind you, those you know, pyramiding up in weight and just having that one heavy set at the end, you're really not making the most out of your workouts, because those 2 previous sets aren't doing anything for you other than warming you up, burning a bit of calories maybe if you want to look at it in that way. In terms of building muscle, they're not doing anything for you. So your last set, all right, that may be the one that's you're going to get some sort of progression. It's going to make you build muscle, but even then, so you're only giving yourself one set, which you're probably not taking complete, to complete failure, to complete 100% exertion. You've got one set to try and build muscle, so that's not going to happen. Whereas the way we do it, the warm-up sets are unlimited. It's just to acclimate to a weight, make sure the weight's moving, make sure your body's feeling good, and then those 2 working sets are literally like balls to the wall, all out, like complete failure sets in terms of not reps wise, just like I said, falling within the rep range. So I'm doing a set of 6 to 8. And that set of 6 to 8 is literally going to take every ounce of energy out of me. Then the second set will be the same, but a little bit higher volume. So there's no, if you actually get your numbers right and you're training hard enough, you shouldn't be able to get much more out of that. And then what we do is it's 2 sets, so it's easy to track progression. So next week I'm getting an extra rep, or if I've hit the top of the rep range, we're going up again, and it's just constant progression that way. And it just works hand in hand with trying to make the most of our off season and build muscle and put size on. We're just not wasting any energy. So yeah, a workout might be 10 sets, let's say 10 working sets, but every single one of those sets is going to be taken 100%, not to complete failure, but it's going to be 100% set. Like there's no warm-up sets in terms of working sets anyway. It's just all out 100% exertion, but it's tracked and we're progressing each and every week. So you're sort of not giving you're not giving your body a chance to do anything other than grow. So that, with good nutrition, calorie surplus, and good recovery and rest, is literally that's the formula. There's no secret to it. So yeah, man, obviously we'll go through the workout and show you, and we've shown you in previous videos. Like these videos are going to be a bit more raw, obviously not going to be as edited as the other ones, but hopefully give you a little bit more insight, and try and give you a bit more information, because normally we're just taking the piss, and show you how we do it, because this style of training as well, it's it takes a while to get used to it, because you have to know what your limits are, you have to know what your numbers are, and you have to know how to take a set to that point where you've got nothing left, but you've finished that last rep. And it sounds simple saying it, but a lot of people haven't done that and can't do that. So yeah, man, it's going to be good.
Oh, good girl. Okay, there you go. Good.
So, like Scott spoke about earlier, with the training kind of split, we're basing all our workouts around some form of compound. So today being chest, we're getting back on the bench. As many warm-up sets as needed. All depends on the individual, whether you need 1, whether you need 10, whatever it is, it's 2 all-out working sets. So whatever you need to get yourself warm, do that. And then working sets. Last week, I've been working on 2 plates. I'm not the strongest on bench, but it's something I want to work up. So, I'm going to maybe hopefully add a 5 kg on this week. And it's a little bit of progress for me. Everyone else, remember your numbers, simple as that. Remember your own numbers. You shouldn't be waiting on other people, to work out what sets and reps you're doing. You should know yourself by now. And we'll go from there.
So, I think I've been working off 3 plates for my working set. Last week I think
I got 9 in it.
Yeah, I think I did get 9. But and this is where I'm at that point where it's
we did chest on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm at the point now where really, because I've hit 9, obviously the aim is 6 to 8 reps. Because I've hit 9, I should go up a little bit. But I know that I only just got that last week, so it's gonna be around the same now. So I'm gonna go 3 plates, get a rep or 2 like you just seen me do there. If it feels good, then I'll maybe get a 2.5 or 5 on and try and stay within the 6 to 8 rep range. Because like I was saying earlier, it's hard. Look, we're aiming for 6 to 8. I got 9 last week, so that should be my cue to move up. But it was a tough 9. So like I said, it's going to be close to that this week. But this is where you gauge, this is where you make your progression. So I'm going to, like I said, do the 3, see how it's moving. If it feels good, we'll get a 2.5, we'll get 5 on there. And try and go.
Do you think there's anything wrong with when you get to that certain weight, like you're saying, is sticking on that for a couple of weeks?
Nah, definitely not. That's why I'm going to use the warm-up. That's why we have unlimited warm-up sets. So I'll do that 3 plates, and if it still feels, like a good working weight, and I'm going to struggle towards that 8-9 rep mark, then I'll stay in that until I'm clearing that, till I get on the bench and I know 100% I've got 8 reps, whether it's a bad day or a good day, because you all know what it's like. you have good days and bad days when you're lifting and whatnot, and some days you'll smash away, other days it will beat you. So it's fine just staying on that same weight until you've completely owned that 8 reps and then go up. But at the same time, if you know if it's there or you know there's a possibility of it there, go for it as well. So it's just about finding the balance. But that's where your warm-up sets come into play. So like I said, it sounds all long-winded, but like when you've done it for a while and you get to grips with it, it's not that hard. Like there's 5 of us here, we got 2 benches going, and I'm not even tracking what anyone else is doing, we're just going along. So it's not as long-winded as it sounds.
Work.
Come on, control it. Come on. And again. Come on, keep going. And again. Come on, control it.
So what's the set?
So my first working set, I've did the 3 plates, just for like 2 reps. To be fair, it felt just as heavy as last week, but I'm going to give it a go and try and make that a little bit of progression for the video's sake. So it's only a 2.5 on there, so what's that, 140, 145.
Yep.
Don't be scared of your 2.5s and even your 1.25s. Progression's progression, and it does make a difference. So like sometimes you think, oh, go up a 10 or go up a plate. Like, but you think that's like 20, 40 kilos, whatever it is on top, and you're already near your maximum weight anyway. So this is where your minimal increments come into play. So your 1.25s, your 2.5s, it's all progression. That 2.5, if I can do that twice in a month, that's £5. So 5 kilos on my bench and so on and so forth. So we'll give it a go. 6 to 8, that's the target.
Easy. That's it. Keep going. Yep. Come on.
Yep, and again.
Up, and again.
5, yep, come on. Yep.
Come on, leave it. One more then. Come on, big push.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on.
Eight.
Yeah, well, 8 for it was a spot, so, but that's perfect. Like I said, 6 to 8 was a target. I got 7 clean, spot on the 8th rep, so that's perfect. So I'll be working with that until I clear the 8, then we go up again. But that's what I'm saying. So the set before just gave me the confidence to know like the strength's there today, and obviously that was working. Second set, 12 to 15. Nice.
What, like a backup set earlier?
Nah, that was it, 2 working sets.
Yeah.
That's productive for me. I'm shit at benching. It's more about the mental barrier in my head, the tear in my chest, but I feel like I'm past that now, so it's all about progression from here on.
So last week we got the 3 plates from 9 reps. That was 1 rep. Like that was the week I cleared 3 plates, and obviously I've gone up this way. And then on the 12 to 15 set, I got 2.5 plates. So I've got an extra 5 on there today. So if I can get 12 on that, then that's progression in the 6 to 8 rep set and the 12 to 15 rep set. So I say it to when I was asking like what rep ranges to use, you can get strong across all rep ranges. Your body's got no choice but to grow. So it's only a 5 kg increase on a 10 kilo increase on this set, and a 5 kg increase on the first set. So minimal, but makes a big difference when you put that into a, I don't know, 12, 16 week training program. I'll see if I get it 12 reps times. I don't even need these, but they make me feel stronger.
You're still stronger?
Yeah, I don't need them, but I just feel like with them on, got that extra little bit of support.
Two more now.
Grind them out.
Come on.
One more. Stay with me. Yeah, last one. Big rep. Up.
Push, come on. Push them.
I knew 11th one. I thought, yeah, I knew I didn't have the 12th one, but it was a good set.
Yeah, man.
I knew I didn't have it. I'm happy with that though. So I didn't. Obviously, the target was 12, one shy of that. So technically it failed, but that was a good set for me. I liked how they were moving. None of us are the best benchers in it,
Yeah.
so I'm happy with that. So move on. 2 working sets done. Second exercise, incline dumbbells. Like with the push-pull legs, is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was just getting an angle.
Okay. So, trying to do it then. With the push-pull leg split, like especially on the push day, we literally, like I said, we chose 4 exercises and we'll rotate those exercises when we feel like progress is slowing down or just switching it up. But at least for a good 4 to 6 weeks, everyone's been, and we've noticed it, especially with the more we've been coaching, everyone wants to change shit like all the time, and it's the consistency of sticking with a program and progressing within that program that actually gets you results. So these 4 exercises here we'll stick with for a good 4 to 6 weeks, maybe change the last exercise, switch it up, but like I said, it's about the consistency of it. So incline dumbbells, obviously your strength's going to take a hit from the first exercise, so you've got to bear that in mind as well. But the goal is still the same thing, 2 working sets. The only thing on this, we just stay within the 8 to 12 rep range and just get 2 heavy all out sets rather than like a back off one. Fucking shame. Right, let's go.
Now last week I got 40. I think I got 42 for 8, and then I went to like the 46s and got like 6. So I might just go 44s on it. So last week we got 42s for 8, and then went to the 46s for 6. But this week I started on the 42s, got 10. So if I go to the 44s, getting it from 8 to 10, that's progress to me, really.
First one, yeah? Put my phone as well. I said I was under the impression when we're going to be sitting there, we're going to have a fucking good time. Anyway, she said, do you know, really good time.
Yeah.
I was going to say to him.
Go on, here we go, work now. Little less.
6 hours for you to report. I'm not going to keep on messing. It can take you 3 hours to report. I said, well, look,
That was good. Felt a bit heavy. I think I was a bit blown from the bench.
That's the only thing, and you gotta not get your, obviously whatever you do second is gonna take a hit, as long as you're aware of it. So then maybe next time do the inclines first, or as long as you're aware that obviously that's gonna take a hit, it's alright, isn't it?
Like 1 or 2 reps really. I think it's down to rest time as well. Work out your rest time. This is when all these different variables come into play. But especially when you've only got 4 exercises, a lot easier to focus on and make the progress with them 4.
These go. This is going to be too heavy.
It's going to be too heavy.
Nah. I don't know. It's going to be hard.
Stop making excuses, man, and do it.
They did 50s.
I did 60s. Not a
First one.
My man said he's over man. Oh, yes, easy. Easy. Yep, that's it, come on. Yeah, that's it as well. I got that 1, 2, 3. Come on. Come on. Come on, show me. I'll phone you on.
You got at least 2 in there. You got at least 2. Come on. Grind them out. Here we go then. Big rep. Yep, drive. Yes. Good set.
What's your weight? Put the lefty there where you want to got it.
I got the 8.
No, you got the 8 one, so when you went 9, you wouldn't leave it, but...
Oh yeah. So that's why I have to have a good spotter as well. Right, so so last week.
Did you do a walk? Did you? No walk.
Yeah, I did
one more.
I did a couple reps on
So, like,
42s.
so first of all, tell everyone do you have to do warm-ups or whatnot?
Yeah, so like I said, we've been doing this for a while, so I sort of know where my body's at. So going from the flat bench to the incline, I would always advise doing at least a couple warm-up reps, just because the movement's different. The muscle might be warm, but the movement's different. You never know what could happen. So obviously we've gone heavy, so I've gone 42s, which is a moderate weight for me. I know that I'm going to get that easily. Couple reps, everything felt good. Cool, leave it there. First working set then was 55s. I did 50s last week. I can't remember what I got, but I know I got it on target. So same again, I've tried to step up, gone to the 55s and got 10. 8 were clean, 2 with a spot, so the target is 8 to 10. Hit that, so that's perfect. So I'll more than likely stand there for the next week or 2 or however long it takes till I'm clearing that 8 to 10, eat with ease and then go up again. So I've done everything just because the camera's on. I've progressed on every lift so far, so I'm happy with that. And like I said, if you're getting that extra rep every week, that one little increase in weight every couple of weeks, it doesn't seem like a lot at the time in terms of 50 to 55 or adding a 2.5, but across the months, across the 12-week bulk, across whatever it is, that's going to result in some good muscle gain. So that's all our priority is now: progressive overload and just progression throughout all our working sets, because we've got 3 months to grow and then it's back to a dieting phase. So second set, same again, like it's only 2 sets. We're going to do second set with the same weight, try and hit the same reps, unless you feel really fatigued, and then we'll cut the weight back a little bit and then we'll move on again. But so far so good.
Yeah, like Scott was saying earlier, you kind of got to listen to yourself. For me, I'm warm enough in the area, I would literally do a really light weight just to get used to the movement. But at the same time, you don't want to do too much and half tire yourself out. So I ain't got a clue what I'm doing with this chain here.
Right. You're doing it a long way.
So let's go through here, innit? One of the biggest exercises, probably the most focused on exercise we've worked on, as we've probably throughout the whole of our bodybuilding career, we've never really focused on dips.
No.
But it's a massive exercise.
You can tell because we've all got shit triceps.
Yeah, so it's a big one for building triceps and a big chest. So something we're going to focus on this off season.
Good, get that lock out. Good. Yeah, good.
Come on!
So as Troy said, one of our weaknesses is arms, period. And then from there, especially triceps, like I said, pressing, we've probably neglected right at the start of our career, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then dips definitely, so that's why we incorporated this. But like I was saying earlier, we about maybe 4 or 6 weeks ago, we were doing this as our second movement, so it was going a lot heavier. So now this is still just as effective because it's a third movement, a bit more fatigued. But so it's still like the variables match up, so it's still just as much effort. So 2 sets, and this is complete failure. And you'll notice range of motion. I'm trying to get full range of motion, but this is I'm trying to make it more about triceps. So I'm hitting probably parallel, maybe just a little bit under, and then a full lockout at the top, completely locked out, really squeezing hard as you can on the triceps, as opposed to just leaning in and repping them out like you would for chest. So it's still chest, obviously a dip's going to be a chest movement, but I'm trying to put the emphasis on my triceps, so I'll get big arms. Don't let it clip, yeah.
Good sit, good sit. Yep, and again. Yep. Yeah. That's the bit. Good. How's that?
See, that was shit. I was at 7 reps, 6, 7 reps, but you saw that last rep. That's how your last rep should be. So it's still beneficial. That's why I always think your body, I've completely figured out. Your body doesn't know what weight or what reps you're actually doing. It's what trauma you're putting on the muscle, what tension you're putting on the muscle. So even though that was only 7 reps, that last rep was complete muscular failure. So that's what we want.
I've done this wrong.
No, I did it wrong. I'm not with that.
Shoulder.
I don't know, man, this feels bad in my
Trust. Don't even waste it. Shoulders feel.
I don't know. I don't know.
So people, if you feel anything, rather than risk it, yeah, don't bother. Just leave it.
Try that anyway. I don't know what it is. It's like just a little niggle.
Short rest is better than a long injury. Yeah, basically, you're
basically, everything I've said prior to this is bullshit because I'm just shit now. I can't even do set dips. But nah, I don't know what it is. I just feel a little niggle. I never really felt on anything. I felt it on the first, you know, you lift off.
Yeah.
I felt it there. It's not painful or anything, but I just feel it feels uncomfortable, and in that, why risk it? Do you know what I mean? So,
especially in the process of lifting heavy again, you're going to be very prone to injury.
yeah,
So
of course.
to keep this in and think about longevity, we want to keep safe as possible.
Yeah, and touch wood, like I've never had a single injury, and that's because of stuff like that. Like I could probably train through it and push through it and try and do the most in that, but that's not going to get me nowhere because that's going to put me out for however long. I've only got 3 months left as it is, so you got to know when to push and when to step back as well, because your rest, your recovery, your ability to stay healthy is just as important, if not more important, than the training, that side of things. Because if you can't train, you can't do this, then you're fucked in there. So yeah, man, we'll come back to that next session.
We normally on our push workouts we'll always go in chest like a push and a fly and a push and a fly, but for these last 3 weeks it's literally been a push, finish on a fly, really open up that chest, and it seems to be effective just because of the exercise selection in the way we're doing them. That can be a progression in itself, a little bit of a shock to the system, if that's what you call it.
Up in the weights because everyone else is taking it easy, man. So I'm up in the weights because everyone else is taking it easy. Yeah, man. That was light, man. I had to up it.
It's light, but got good contraction. It's the thing, you see. Like you said, obviously sometimes it's about knowing your body. Sometimes less weight helps. Do you know what I mean, people? Heavy. Takes its toll on your joints. Train smart.
So a little bit higher volume. A little bit higher volume now. So we've done our 3 main compounds: your flat bench, incline dumbbell, weighted dips, and then, like I said at the start, pick it up now. Just get a little bit more volume, focusing more, like I said, just on blood volume, getting a pump, filling that muscle with blood. So then it's ready to start repairing, start that whole process, and then go again. So we're going pec deck, 15 to 20 reps, higher volume sets. Still good weight though, remember. It's not about going lighter for more reps, it's about going more reps and then fitting the weight should fit within that rep range. Like a lot of people think, oh, we go lighter weight, more reps, but it's not. It's more reps and then still as heavy as you can for those amount of reps.
So like 100% in terms of the weight you can get for the reps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's going to be lighter than your 6 to 8 set, of course. But it's going to be just as hard because it's heavy for that amount of reps. So we're going 15 pec deck, and then the seated tricep press that we like. And you'll notice I lean over a little bit. So what we're doing is we're going like 3/4 reps, so we're not fully locking out, and it just gets a really good connection with like your lower chest. Some people feel like you can't like directly hit the lower chest, but I really feel that on here. And that's something we've been doing, especially as like a little higher volume workout. So both of them is just constant tension, like I said, higher volume to finish the workout, because aside from that, it's pretty slow and low volume. So, and you training chest, then you always want to have a good pump to finish, and it gets you ready for triceps, that little tricep press there. Obviously, after doing the normal dips, you're getting a load of blood in the tris, pre-fatiguing them, and then we'll hit like 2 tricep exercises to finish. Yeah, I'm still trying to keep the control in there as much as possible. And like I mentioned there, this lower part of your chest, that's what I'm thinking about as I go through the movement. Fuck it up. Oh, yeah.
And what?
13, I think 12 and a half, 13, so target's 15. But like I said, even though it's a stack heavy as possible, I'm still trying to keep it controlled. And when you like go to that last rep, like you see that I'm still trying to finish. I've done it a few times here now. A lot of people, you get to that one where you struggle and leave it there. That's the rep there. The one rep before that, that's the end of your set, and that's that second rep there where you fail. Still put 100% into that. So I always tell my clients, like, even if we go into failure, I want them to get to that rep, even not just on press-ups, get to that halfway point where you're stuck and keep pushing 2, 3, 4 seconds, because you're getting used to the load, you're going right to failure. So step back into that light one, just.
So yeah, we haven't really got a set amount of reps. We just want to add that extra little bit of volume into the set. So first one was a bit of a kind of a gauging set to see, get the blood flow all to the triceps, mainly on the triceps. And then second set was a lot heavier. I even threw in 2 drop sets, so I'm only really focusing on them 2 literally working sets. So it's literally just to get everything out of that tricep, every single last bit. I probably hit failure like twice on dropping 2 different types of weights. So for me, that's all I need. Perfect to fully finish the triceps off.
So just. A little bit more tries. One more try. One more try. Yeah. Done.